Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. Our teacher for this week is Jeff Foster. I have some really beautiful thoughts around self-acceptance from Jeff Foster to share with you today. Let me get right into them. Estelle, good morning. Maggie, good morning. Somebody, good morning. It's awesome seeing you all. Right, let's get into it. Jeff Foster says, what you really long for is a deep intimacy with your own experience. The deepest acceptance of every thought, every sensation, every feeling, and that cannot come from outside of you. It can only come from the inside. Honey, a very good morning to you too. Awesome seeing you all. He says a deep intimacy with your own experience. Having acceptance for every thought and every feeling. In different words, it can also be translated to not rejecting any part of you. Anthony, hello, good morning. Craig, a very good morning to you. And Linda, hello, good morning, everybody. The next thought from Jeff Foster says, stop trying to heal yourself, fix yourself, even awaken yourself. Stop trying to fast forward the movie of your life, trying to get to some destination where everything is now perfect. Let go of trying to let go. Healing is not a destination. Your pain, your sorrow, your doubts, your longings, your fearful thoughts, they are not mistakes. And they're not asking to be healed, but they are asking to be held, seen and heard. Here, now, lightly, in the loving, healing arms of present awareness. And he gives it away in that last few words, in the healing arms of present awareness. Your dark and fearful thoughts are not mistakes. They're not asking to be healed, they are asking to be held. Because holding, without pushing and pressuring and trying too hard, holding is what does the healing. Feelings that have been pushed away do not actually disappear. They live on in the darkness of the unconscious, pulling the strings in our relationships, in our work, in our self-expression, causing us to become reactive, compulsive, obsessive, depressed, anxious, and deteriorate our physical health until one day we remember all feelings have a right to exist in us. So we stop numbing ourselves and feed them love, attention, curiosity, and presence. Now they can finally come to rest. The reality is that feelings that are pushed away don't actually go away. They stay below the surface and they pull the strings of our lives forever until we find a more helpful way of dealing with them. And the helpful way that Jeff Foster suggests is holding them, allowing them to be heard, allowing them to be seen. And when they're seen, they can finally come to rest. Our journey today is called a sense of self. And if you're ready, let's float away with today's experience together. You can close your eyes, and we'll start with the first few big breaths. Let's take a deep breath in and out. Take a deep breath in and out. A deep inhale. And let it go. Deep breath in. And out. One more big breath in. And let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you fill up your belly with air, feel yourself grow, expand from your core in all directions. When you have a belly full of air, then again let all of it go. As you exhale, soften. As you breathe out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders and drop your head. We're inviting our inner children to come and sit with us today. As you continue your full body breathing, the image that I like is the image of a teacher in a grade 1 classroom, sitting on the carpet and inviting the kids to come and sit on the carpet with her. The example I'll use today is sadness, anger, and fear. And you don't have to stick to these examples. You can use your own. You might include shame, guilt, jealousy. Whichever of your inner children you want to invite to come and sit on the carpet with you. As you continue your full body breathing, invite them to breathe along with you. Take a look at these inner children and see if you can recognize their own rising and falling as they breathe along with us. Sometimes, even often, There is a clear answer from one of these inner children that says, no, I don't want to. That is acceptable. Just sit with this inner child anyways. Feel your own body rise and also fall as you take deep, slow breaths. And simply extend the invitation. Breathe along with us if you want to. Take the last few big breaths of this phase together. We're inviting these inner children to stretch along with us, helping our bodies settle down into as much comfort as possible for the rest of our journey. Let's take a deep breath in. And as you release, drop your head all the way forward. Roll out your neck muscles. Go forward and to the left. And forward and to the right. In big half circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. Lean your upper body over to the left, and also lean your upper body over to the right. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence as much as we are able to for the moment, We'll now turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. If you don't have the time to sit for the whole meditation with us, then this would be a good place to stop. But if you are here for the whole journey, then with every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it the longest, slowest exhale that you can. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel into your body and invite softness into every part of your body. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling, feel your body slowly softening. Feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in. And hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath, but hold it only for as long as it feels easy, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, bring your attention again to the inner children you invited to sit on the carpet with you. As you take your next big breath as you dive deep into you. Ask them to do the same. Ask them to take a deep breath and dive deep inside along with us. Take your next big breath. Jeff Foster's words from this morning said they're asking not to be healed, but to be held. And this is what we're doing with our inner children this morning, doing nothing but holding. The three examples I'll use are sadness, anger, and fear, and you are welcome to use your own examples. Turn your attention first towards sadness. And the exercise is to remind ourselves of the ways in which sadness speaks within us. When sadness is what you feel, what are the words you think? What are the thoughts on repeat, old thoughts from the past that are on a loop, like a record playing again? So as you take a look at sadness, ask sadness to speak. Ask sadness to repeat to you what she has said many times before. Let her know you are really here to listen. Take your next big breath. After listening to sadness and being reminded of the ways in which sadness speaks within us, I want you to really turn towards this inner child and ask a question. See if you can get a good look at what sadness looks like. How would you describe sadness if you were to be able to see this inner child before you? And then when we ask the question, we don't need to get an answer. We simply need to be curious about what the answer could be, and let's see what is there. Turn towards sadness and say, when you feel so sad, when you say these things, what is it that you're afraid will happen? What is it that you are afraid will happen? Take your next big breath. Thank sadness for being present today. Thank sadness for having the courage to sit with us and speak. We'll turn our attention towards anger. And if you're able to, try and get a good look at this inner child. And with your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, ask anger to remind you of how it speaks when you feel angry. What are the thoughts that are on repeat? The old recording that plays again when anger wells up in you. Let anger know that you are here to listen, and you really want to hear all of this again. Take your next big breath. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, I want you to ask a question of this inner child. Get as good a look at anger as you possibly can, and ask a question without demanding an answer. Just be curious about whether there could be an answer. What would the answer be? How would anger speak? As you take your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, turn towards this inner child anger and ask, what is it that you really want for me? Or what is it that you really want for us? Take your next big breath. thank anger for having the courage to be here today, to sit on the mat with us and to speak. It takes courage to show up. And lastly, we'll turn our attention to fear. Let this inner child know as well that you are here to listen and you really want to hear. And as you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, listen to the way this inner child speaks. What are the thoughts that come up for you when you feel scared? What are the stories you tell yourself over and over again, an old recording from the past, when fear takes a hold of you? Take your next big breath. Turn towards this inner child called fear. And as you take your next big breath and dive deep inside, take this question along with you. Get a good look at this inner child and ask, what is your deep desire for us? What is your deep desire for us? Take your next big breath. Say thank you to fear for being so brave to show up today and to speak, to be seen and to be heard. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together. You could bring these inner children even closer if you want. They could sit on your lap if they want, or wherever it works for you, and ask them to take these last big breaths along with us. Take a deep breath in and hold really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, invite softness into every part of your body. One more big breath in. And hold. And as you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back, or even lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. I'll share with you one more time the words of Jeff Foster this morning. He says, feelings that have been pushed away do not actually disappear. They live on in the darkness of the unconscious, pulling the strings in our relationships, in our work, in our self-expression, causing us to become reactive, compulsive, obsessive, depressed, anxious, and deteriorate our physical health. These are all the things that happen when we have feelings that we've pushed away. Until one day we remember all feelings have a right to exist in us. So we stop numbing ourselves and we feed them love, attention, curiosity, and presence. And now they can finally come to rest. Simply holding, simply hearing, this is what does the healing. Because when we really listen, we realize that all of our old thoughts and feelings, these ones that have been in a recorded loop for years, all of these inner children, they're really only afraid of something bad happening. And they're doing their best to be loud enough to be heard so we can prevent the bad thing from happening. When we really stop and listen, we realize this. We realize that every part of us, even the ones we've never liked, are actually trying to help. But we only get there when we listen. And by listening, we are helping. Thank you for being on this journey of listening to our own inner children. Hold them as gently as you can. Listen to their fears. And then let them know that you've got this. You will take care of the problem. They can go play now. We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for these inner children being willing to sit on the carpet with us. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning how to listen. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning how to listen, and by listening, understand what this inner child is trying to warn me of. Take a deep breath in. Thanks again for being brave enough to be here and be heard. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for being on our journey today. Thank you for being willing to let your own inner children be seen and heard and held. Holding very often does the healing. I love your comments, somebody. Please make puffy eyes be completely acceptable. Lots of love to you all. Thank you, Linda, Estelle. Jack, it's cool seeing you pop in, man. Hope you're well. Leshna, good morning. It's so good to see you. Anthony, Maggie, Craig, it's awesome seeing you again. Have a beautiful day, everyone. I'll see you soon. Ciao, ciao.